Welcome to video 2 in the launch of my new book, The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need. I'm Anthony Iannarino, and I'm an international speaker, an author, and a sales leader. In video 1, I told you about the book, and I told you the story of how the book was written and published. I also told you why I wrote the book. This is a book to help salespeople and sales managers make massive improvements and to make those transformational improvements fast. Listen, selling well is difficult. You have to bring your A game. But what if the game you're playing is your B game? What if you aren't where you want to be? What if you don't even know what you'd need to change to do better? Well, don't worry, you got here just in time and I can help. Listen, all of us have room to improve. We all have room to grow. Each of us has more potential left untapped inside of us than we could ever possibly believe. And you can do something about that if you're willing. And if you're here, then I'm going to assume you're willing. I wrote the only sales guide you'll ever need so you could create breakthrough, transformational results. Let's look at the first half of the book. The first half is all about your mindset. The first couple chapters make up the foundation of a powerful, empowered mindset. And it starts with self-discipline, or what I call me management. This is what makes character. You keep the commitments you make to yourself first. You do the things that you need to do as a matter of course with no need for anyone to manage you. If you want results, you have to do the things that you don't really want to do when you don't really want to do them. And in this first chapter, you'll learn how to do what you need to do without procrastinating at all. From there, we're going to take a deep dive into optimism. Optimism is itself a sort of discipline. It's especially the discipline of blocking out all the negativity that seeps into you through the contact you have with other people and through the media. You have to develop a positive, empowered, optimistic mindset to succeed in sales. You're going to hear no in sales, and you have to keep moving forward. You also have to believe better is possible. This chapter will help you do that. And from there, we move into caring. And listen, one of the things that will prevent you from succeeding in sales is being egocentric. And that means being self-oriented, selfish, pushy, manipulative. You need to be sincerely other-oriented. It's critical that you develop trust, and that only happens when the person you're selling knows that you care about them. This chapter might change a lot of what you believe selling is and what it means to sell. And once you have these three, we can move into competitiveness. Sales is still a zero-sum game. Someone wins and someone loses a deal. That's how the game is played. You're competitively displacing your competitors, or right now they're trying to take your clients from you. In this chapter, you're going to learn how to be a strong competitor, one that fights hard, plays fair, and wins. I call the next attribute the linchpin attribute. It's resourcefulness. Much of what we do in sales is solving problems. We have to be creative to gain access to new clients and to book appointments. We have to be resourceful in creating solutions to their problems and challenges. Resourcefulness is using your best thinking to find new ways to solve problems, your problems and your clients' problems. The difference in successful people and people who struggle sometimes comes down to the next attribute, initiative. Sales isn't a passive game of waiting. To succeed, you have to constantly and continually take action. You're going to learn how to break free from passive reactive mode and create new opportunities. Probably one of the most underrated and least talked about attribute for salespeople is persistence. I know this because I get emails every month with the same question. When can I stop calling on a prospect? This chapter is about determination. It's written to help you shore up your will to hang in there for as long as necessary and to professionally persist. The next attribute isn't exactly what you might think. It's communication, but it's not about talking, it's mostly about listening. The fastest way to prove that you care and to generate trust is to listen to your dream client, not to talk to them. This is chapter 8, and by the end of it, you'll have new ideas about what you communicate, how you communicate, and how to listen without parroting back everything you heard. The final attribute in the first half of the book is accountability, chapter 9. People who hold themselves accountable are people who are easily hired, and they're people who are given more work. The old days of selling your solution, dropping it off, and disappearing are long gone. Now when you sell something, you own the outcomes that you promised. You'll learn what to do to be accountable, what to do when the wheels fall off after you sell your solution and everything's a train wreck. That will help you become a better rep immediately. And the first half ends with a capstone chapter called Influence. There are no tactics here, no tricks, no secrets. If you want to be someone of influence, You have to develop the attributes in the first half of this book. Now let's take a quick run through the skills that you're going to work on in the second half of the book. The first skill you need is the skill of gaining commitments or closing. This is one of my favorite chapters, and you may see some material that looks like this in the future. If you can't gain commitments, you can't sell. And there are at least 10 commitments you need to gain in a B2B sale. And in this chapter, I'm going to provide you with a list of all of them. Plus, I'm going to provide you with language choices so that you don't sound like you fell out of a Yellow's Dummies book for closing. And so you aren't actually embarrassed by the words that you use to ask for the commitments you need. And prospecting follows closing. Why? Because prospecting is the act of gaining a commitment in the first place, and that's the commitment for time. Prospecting is the lifeblood of what we do in sales. We create new opportunities, and in this chapter, you're going to find a list of prospecting activities that you should be taking, and you'll build a bulletproof plan to help you reach your quota. The last chapter in these skills that I call level 1 skills is storytelling. You have to be able to create and share a vision of the future that compels your dream client to take action. This chapter will guide you through that process. And from there, we move into skills of a little higher order, diagnosing and negotiating. The chapter on diagnosing is about uncovering the root cause of the problems you uncover in early meetings with your dream clients. This chapter is going to help you find what the military calls the ground truth, or what are the real challenges actually executing on the ground. And this is how you do better work, and it's how you build better solutions and powerful relationships. And because we can create a range of value in different solutions, we have to know how to negotiate and capture the share of value necessary to produce the outcomes that we sell. This chapter is about creating win-win deals and what to do with people who are trying to negotiate a win-lose deal with you getting the lose half of that equation. The final 3 skills are skills of a much higher order. Honestly, a lot of people are struggling in sales, and many are failing because they don't have these skills. If you're struggling here, the Only Sales Guide will help you. If you're not, these chapters will raise your game. The first is business acumen. What do you know about your business, your client's business, the economy, the trends, the challenges, and the decisions your clients are going to need to take? For your dream client to make you part of their team, you have to look and sound like a good general manager. You have to have the situational knowledge or the experience. And to be a trusted advisor, you only need 2 things, right? Trust and advice. This is the advice part of that equation. The chapter on change management will provide you with ideas for understanding and managing different stakeholders with conflicting needs, how to find those people whose support you need, and what to do with them when you found them. This chapter is going to massively up your game. And finally, we come to the last skill, leadership. When you're responsible for producing results, you need to lead your team even when you have no authority, and you have to help lead your client's team even though you're an outsider. Leadership is a decision that you take to be accountable and to get things done through other people. Like the first half of the book was capped off with influence, the second half ends with a chapter on differentiation. If you want to differentiate yourself, the attributes and skills in the Only Sales Guide you'll ever need will help you build that differentiation. But you have to take action. So I'm pitching you again. Go to preorder.theonlysalesguide.com and order a copy of the book now. If you lead a team, check out the bulk packages and let me provide you with additional resources you need to help your team improve in these areas. I don't think you're going to find a better or less expensive way to provide training like this. But wait, we still have one more video to go, and even if you've already pre-ordered, make sure you come back for the final video. Put your name and email address in the box on this page. I'm Anthony Iannarino. The book is the only sales guide you'll ever need. Thank you for running through the book with me, and I'll see you on the third and final video.